just going to do a quick demonstration of how I'm going to put my microphone windscreen onto my RX100 Mark IV. You can also do this with the 3 and the 5. What I already did this part, but there's where the microphones are. I don't know if you can see that. Let me focus. There we go. Sorry, I'm recording this on my iPhone and trying to do this over a tripod. So basically what I did is I took some cheap 3M tape. I might have to actually get better 3M tape, but this is what I got. I cut a little piece off, as you can see, and I made these little squares. This side's a little bit smaller than this side just because the on button. I didn't want to mess with the viewfinder, so as you can tell, the viewfinder still works and still closes. We'll see how that works when I put the microphone on it. I have this old pop screen, which is just like a cheap foam pop screen that goes over my other microphone. So I wanted to look at just cutting a piece of this off and sticking it on here and see how well that works. It's black, so it matches the camera, which is kind of what I'm trying to go with here. The whole black theme. Most of the ones that you get that are made for microphones are gray, and I didn't really want to do that. May end up having to, but just so you know. So I'm going to cut a piece of foam off of this to match the square here, or the rectangle, and stick it on and see if it holds. Like I said, I'll probably have to get better 3M tape because this isn't super strong, but just to kind of test it out and see how it works, I'm going to attempt to cut a little piece off. Now this is rounded, of course, it's a round circle, and it's hollow, so I'll be able to cut right through it. But I don't know if it's going to be like trying to lift up because it's rounded, or if I can actually get a straight piece. And it might actually work out better if it's a little curved. The only thing that I can see that might worry me is like if I have a gap here, I'm going to try to cover these gaps up without messing up that. Okay, so this is the piece of foam that I have cut off the microphone cover, pop screen, and just going to cut this into a little smaller square and see if that'll work for what I want. Alright, so here's the almost final product. I'm going to go around the white on a tape and with a black marker and kind of cover that up so it's not white. But this is what it looks like. That little gap there is where the microphone is. Let's see, same on the other side. And it actually sounded like, now this is just coming out of the camera, sounded like it worked pretty good. So like I said, I'll cover up these white pieces here, or cover up the 3M tape with a black magic marker, and where's it at? Oh, other side. So the viewfinder still pops up, and that was my biggest concern because I will use this in the sunlight, and which is great. So I did a test. Oh, where's my on-off button? Okay, so I did a test with the little windscreen things off, and then I did a test with them on, so I'll play that right now. Wind test without the windscreens on. Sounds like with the microphone screen, windscreen, dead cat microphone cover thing on. Alright, so I'm sitting here editing my video to see how well the windscreens work. These little guys that you can't see right now. And it sounded like it worked pretty good whenever it was facing the wind. I turned the camera down a little bit so I could get the wind to blow right into the microphone. And of course it's going to be a little bit louder. And I had the camera right in front of the fan, so seemed to do the job for free. You know, I don't have to go spend $10 to $20 on some little microphone covers. All I gotta do is do this because I had this laying around, and this is cheap. So if, as you can see, I only cut a little notch out of it. Can you see that? So this is still usable for my microphone, because really covering up my main microphone, this just goes over. I can point that in the back and it won't affect anything. But this is a pop filter for a microphone, and you could just use regular foam if you have regular foam just laying around. But that's a nice, convenient way of making a windscreen for the RX100 Mark III, 4, and 5. Thanks for watching. One other thing I forgot to add. This is my first 4K video I've ever made. So I'm doing a proxy edit on Final Cut and it seems to be working great. So I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to do 4K just because of the sheer amount of gigabytes that a 4K video takes, even for a couple minutes. But I may end up doing it if the quality is good. It looks pretty good on here so far. One thing I'd like to mention, or one thing I'd like to ask you guys, what do you think about me and my family starting a vlog? We've really been contemplating on starting in October, but I don't know if we're going to, or it's kind of an idea that we're tossing up to try to figure out if we're wanting to do that and take on that task. It is a lot of work. We did vlog for about 6 months, so this is in the past with a crappier camera, not as good as the RX. But you know, I'm trying to decide if I want to do that. Tomorrow we're going to the St. Louis hot air balloon glow. That's in Forest Park, which is the really big park in the city of St. Louis. And we're planning on, well, I'm planning on taking the camera and getting some footage of that. And that might be the start of our daily or weekly or weekend vlog. I don't think we're going to do it daily. I guess it just depends on how it works out. But I'm preparing, that's why I put the windscreens on there. I'm preparing to do a vlog, basically. That's what I'm trying to do. So I've been staying up, researching, trying to decide the kind of format I want to do. I'd like to probably do like video with some voiceover and some cinematic kind of stuff and different creative video edits, I guess you could say. Going to try to do a few creative edits to make the vlog more interesting. Trying to gain my own style and learn a couple tricks and more editing styles and different things like that. So that's one thing I'm working with. I'm shooting this video in S-Log2 so I can grade it, and just kind of, this is kind of like a quick test video that I can do and see how I can edit video in 4K on my MacBook if it's easy. So far I did the first 6 minutes of this video, and after I let it process and catch up, it only took about 30 minutes to an hour to get all of my footage in here that it's 4K, and then optimize the media and create the proxies so I can easily edit them. So really it wasn't that long. So I may continue to do that. I'm not 100% sure yet. But I am working on trying to decide if I want to create a vlog. So I'm asking you guys if you think we should do it. And if so, leave a comment. Like this video if you found it interesting. I don't know if the windscreens are going to work. I listened to the audio on the computer, and of course I had this pointing right at a fan. I don't know what it's going to sound like in wind outside, but I am going to do a couple tests to see how that works. Most of the footage I'm going to do on the balloon glow is going to be outside. It's probably going to be windy, and probably, well, it'll be a really good test for this. So if these don't work, I'll get something else. Sorry about the clip cutting out. For some reason my camera stopped recording. So what I was saying is, sorry if the windscreen on the microphones don't work. I will test them out tomorrow in the windy conditions of St. Louis during the balloon glow. So just let me know, comment below if you want us to start creating a vlog. Me and my family, my wife, and I'm not sure if we're going to put it on FroTube or if I'm going to create another channel. I do have another name that I really like. So I may separate the two. FroTube's kind of like my tech channel and odds and ends videos. I'm also going to be posting a house tour, a kind of like a walkthrough, because we just remodeled every room in our house except for the kitchen, but we did do some things in the kitchen that made it a little bit different. So once we get everything finished, I still have a couple more things that I need to do, but once I get everything finished and everything put away, we got a bunch of junk sitting out right now from painting and remodeling and trimming and everything like that. Once I get all that put away, I will be doing a house tour. So I'm going to edit this video and upload it. Again, let me know what you think about the vlog, if we should be doing one, and if we should do it every day or just, a couple times a week or once a weekend, or throw everything into one vlog. That's kind of what I've been thinking about doing. Some voiceovers and then kind of piecing every day together if I do record, because there's going to be some days I can't record, especially this week. It's been so busy with the hurricane. My job is completely slammed with work. Thanks for watching. Peace out.